South Florida's two major daily newspapers. The Miami Herald gets most of the attention and the praise, but the Fort Lauderdale Sun-Sentinel is getting more and more of the readers and the advertising dollars. This week, Eyewitness News reporter Michael Putney is taking us behind the headlines on his Eyewitness Extra. Michael, why is the Sun-Sentinel as successful as it is?
Well, and a couple of reasons, I think. First, they've got the Tribune Company, this huge, successful corporation behind them. That's number one. Secondly, the Sun-Sentinel is in a county that is growing faster than Dade and is more homogeneous. Third, the paper looks marvelous. And fourth, they give the readers what they want. The Fort Lauderdale Sun-Sentinel is a technological marvel, as state-of-the-art as any newspaper in the country. They've got R2-D2 in the press room, 3CPO in the newsroom.
We certainly are on the cutting edge of what is available today. We have the absolute highest tech that I understand in color technology.
Last year, the Sun-Sentinel moved into this sleek high-rise, built for them by the Tribune Company, which owns the Sun-Sentinel and 5 other newspapers.
When she's finished with this project, we'll be able to access them electronically in an ASCII form, free text searching through database.
That's the sound of a 21st century newspaper. And so is this. At the Sun-Sentinel's $150 million printing plant, it takes only 18 pressmen to put out the paper. Compare this press room to the Herald's, which is only 30 years old but looks out of the Dark Ages. Still, all the Sun-Sentinel's high-priced, high-tech machinery seems to serve marketing plans more than journalistic excellence. The Sun-Sentinel is like its newsroom, pretty but sterile. It's McNewspaper with McColumnist. They're okay, but no Dave Barry or Carl Hyacin. What do you think about the Sun-Sentinel?
I'll be honest with you, I don't read it every day. And when I do read it, there's some things about it that are very good. It's thick. It's heavy.
It's thick with advertising, thin on the kind of stories that distinguish a newspaper.
I mean, the great question among newspapers here is, when is the Sun-Sentinel going to get good?
Yes, I want respect for the Sun-Sentinel because I think the Sun-Sentinel deserves respect. The Sun-Sentinel has done a lot of good things. The Sun-Sentinel does not like living in the shadow of the Miami Herald.
In fact, the Sun-Sentinel does some things much better than the Herald. Its layout, for one thing, crisp and clean with lots of bright color. Has great graphics, too. Its sports pages are often superior. When the Dolphins' Sammy Smith fumbled again, he talked first to the Sun-Sentinel. And when football season began, the Sun-Sentinel had it covered every which way, because research tells them this is what readers want.
We edit our paper based on what we feel our readership wants. And that's why there's some pretty distinctive differences between our paper and the Miami Herald.
The Herald prides itself as a writer's paper, the Sun-Sentinel as a reader's. The Herald wants to be one of the best papers in the world. The Sun-Sentinel wants to be the best paper in Broward and parts of Palm Beach County. North of State Road 84, the Sun-Sentinel is dominant, and it's pushing south where the Herald now rules.
The Herald is clearly dominant in the area below State Road 84. But its aspirations, its ambitions, and its commitment are to all of Broward County.
With 12 Pulitzer Prizes, the Herald is clearly a better paper. The Sun-Sentinel, a pretty good one, waiting to win its first.
The ability to say, the ability to select issues and to fearlessly pursue them, I don't see that in the paper. But I'd have to say that the Sun-Sentinel is probably the newspaper of the future in South Florida.
The Sun-Sentinel predicts it'll be bigger than the Herald by the turn of the century. Whether it's better or not is another question. Meanwhile, both papers are fighting competition from some upstart alternative papers which run the gamut from responsible to raunchy. Tell you about them tomorrow. Dwayne, thanks.